Here in Indianapolis, and pleased to be joined by the head coach of the Buckeyes, Urban Meyer. Coach, obviously coming off a fabulous win last week. You talk a lot about the psychology of the game. We've talked about it with you before. So how big a challenge is it to get up for a really big game the second week in a row?
It's a challenge. I mean, to me, for someone to say it's not a challenge, it's not true. But we have incredible leadership on this team. Team's been through a lot, and all you got to do is turn on the videotape and see what's ahead of you. And so that one seems like it's been weeks ago, as much time as we put into this next one. So it's a challenge, yet our guys, we'll find out, but our guys have been great this week.
As long as we're on the notion of psychology, again, we talked about this when we were in East Lansing a few weeks ago, the chatter, the college football playoff, that all these guys know what's out there. And the notion is that not only do you guys have to win, but you got to win fairly convincingly. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I would be shocked if anybody that really is in the inner circle of our team would have any conversation about that. Focus, intensity, and respect for the team you play is how you handle that situation. And our guys have been great. You know, there's never been a better example than last week, and then obviously how we performed this week.
You know how impressed I was with Dwayne the other day. How has he grown on the field? Not necessarily leadership and those things, but the techniques of playing quarterback position.
Exponentially. I mean, I wouldn't say as far as the throwing mechanics, but as far as the other two-thirds of playing quarterback, which is the toughness element and the leadership element, he's off the charts. You know, he's got as good a quarterback coach as I've ever been around, Ryan Day. One of his strengths is the ability to redirect protections, and never was more evident than a week ago. And it's going to be saying they don't blitz as much as our rivals, but Northwestern does a great job of disguising it. So that's going to be a huge part of setting the protection, which is, like I said, one of the, other than toughness, that's next leadership and intelligence, and he's great at it.
Coach, when you look at this Northwestern team in all three phases, what do you see?
I see their coach. I see their players, incredible players that play as hard as they can on defense. They don't, I've known Coach Hankwitz forever, and they don't do much. They haven't really changed much, but they're so good at what they do. Their defense line is what runs the show. Their front seven is outstanding, and the secondary keeps it in front. Their quarterback's been around for a long time, and he's got very good skill around him. So, excellent team.
What are some of the other defenses you've played that are similar to Hank's game?
Iowa's a very similar defense. It's a 4-3 with base quarters and one high, a lot of cover three. So it's they're not going to let you outside, and they're going to force you to play where they want to play, and they're big dudes inside. And obviously one of our strengths is our speed. So we've worked real hard on trying to create space in this defense, and that's hard.
A couple of keys to victory for you guys in this game, and obviously special teams being one of them.
Yeah, championship football is, we actually had a great meeting today and showed some highlights of, from last year to the last time we were here to the last time. The tip of the spear is kickoff. We have to do a great job on kickoff, and then, we always talk about tilting the field. And once again, when we play our best games is when we tilt the field. Last week, the way we started the game, we deferred, had a great coverage on kickoff, 3 and out. We got the ball back at midfield. We scored. And everybody want to talk about the offense. I want to talk about the kickoff. I want to talk about the 22-yard punt return. So in those big games, man, that's the special teams, like you said, is going to be a big part of this.
Coach, you guys have been here before. They have not. I mean, you were here last year. How does the fact that you've been here, how does it impact your preparation and perhaps help you guys?
Maybe helps me because I just had to look at the old practice schedules and all that. But no, it's all about when the foot hits the ball, you're ready to go.
All right, head coach of the Buckeyes, Urban Meyer. Thanks so much, Coach. Really appreciate it.
Great to be with you.
Let's go back to Chicago.